First of all, Rauman normaalikoulu teacher training school forms part of the University of Turku. That's why our school is also a training school for teacher trainees, and we work in cooperation with the teacher training department of the University of Turku. Quite a big part of the lessons is taught by the trainees in the supervision and presence of the class or subject teacher. The teachers in teacher training schools are qualified to tutor the trainees. Our classrooms are equipped with data projectors, visual presenters, computers and whiteboards. Laptops and iPads are also available for classroom use. And one special thing in Rauma, on campus we have the university garden, where pupils can learn the basics of gardening, study plants and learn to grow them. We have an active pupil council both at primary and secondary level. They hold regular meetings throughout the school year. And we have lots of national and international school programs, for example, eco schools, UNESCO associated schools and so on. We encourage creativity as well as independent problem solving skills and innovative ideas. There are a wide range of clubs that meet after school. They include, for example, music, art, IT, PE, cooking and drama. And what is important, the clubs are free of charge. As we know, in past times the teacher only stood or sat in front of the classroom and talked and wrote on the blackboard. But today, pupils work in groups, work in pairs, and we go out of the classrooms. The most important value is the trust. We have to trust in teachers that they do their best when they work with pupils. We don't need inspections or ranking list in Finland. In teachers we trust. Our aim is to enhance social skills, good behavior and basic learning skills. Assessment is encouraging, supporting children's individual development. Teacher trainees and the modern learning environment play an important role in creating a desire to learn. In Finland, everybody has equal access to compulsory education, regardless of your language, sex, financing or where you live. One important area is teaching and learning in multicultural schools and society. Just now we are reforming national curriculum in Finland. That means skills for the future instead of content-based learning. That means less emphasis on the content and more focus on the ways of learning.
Hyvää huomenta kaikille. Mahtavaa koulupäivää. Istukaa, olkaa hyvä. Ja mullekin. Huomenta. Joo, hyvä.
Sä voit aloittaa alkusuoritusta seinästä vai jos tiedätkö mitä? Miten sä ajattelis noista lahja-asioista? Sä tiedät ne...
Mäkin haluan ne tehdä. Se linna, mistä me tehdään se. Meillä on toustaruva. Ja mistä me tehdään milläkin? Ja mistä me juostaan? Me leikistä, että siinä on linna. Ai sit me juostaan päin sinne. Siis tossa on päin. Siinä on linnan seinät, kun me juostaan päin sinne. Tossa on jo. Voitko sä pistää mun saani? Hei. Minun ystäväni on kuin villasukka, joka talvella lämmittää. Ja minun ystäväni on kuin niitynkukko, joka saa minut hymyilemään. Minun ystäväni on kuin villasukka, joka talvella lämmittää. Ja minun ystäväni on kuin niitynkukka, joka saa minut hymyilemään. Mä nukun tässä. Kukko kiekuu. No niin, moi. Mennäänkö aamupäivään? Mennään. Kyllä. Jää sinäkin sitä. Ei jää. Tuli talvihalla, purraparta tuiskutukka, lumivita varmaa sukka, rahakiili alla, semmoinen on alla.
In our school we have a very active student council which works so that we have a democratic election where each class gets 2 representatives for the council. So each class from grades 0 to 9. So in the lower grades the election depends on individual teachers, and in upper grades we have a more formal process of election. The idea of the student council is that the guiding teachers, they give structures for the activities, and the activities themselves depend on students. And we have activities with the council that encourage everybody to have a voice. So the idea is that we have activities where students get to decide what we do in school. We want to give space to student ideas, so forms of work that we do a lot are workshopping in small groups. We brainstorm, and sometimes we also have formal meetings where students decide about different issues, and also they learn how most NGOs work. I think this is where kind of our baseline work comes from, because in Finland we have a lot of NGOs, and that's the base for the student council work also, at least in some respects. The ideal is that students are able to be actively involved in the change and also in the decision making in the school, especially in issues that they feel are important to them, like rules in the school, activities between the different students, and also the food that we eat in cafeteria. These are the issues that students themselves this year have been talking about a lot. So this is the ideal. Voidaanko pysäyttää hetkeksi aikaa? So how do we choose members for the student council? It really depends on individual classes in the lower classes. This means grades from 0 to 6. So each teacher has a very active role in the procedure. For example, in my classroom, all the students who wanted to be members of the councils were asked to step up. We had a little paper that they could fill out and state why they wanted to be in the council and give out their name. And then after that, we had all the candidates on show in the classroom for a couple of days, and then we had one day when everybody had a vote in the election. And this was done as a closed vote so that everybody could name their own candidate on a piece of paper. So this was really democratic, and nobody knew what anybody else was voting for. And we actually had a draw, so 2 candidates had the same amount of votes. So then we discussed with the students how do we want to proceed with this, and they wanted to have a rally. So we just randomly picked one of the candidates. But I know that in other classes teachers have chosen a different method. And especially in the lower classes sometimes, for example, in the first grade the teachers should choose who are the best candidates for the council. Then in grades 7 through 9 they have a more formal process where all the candidates can step up, and then they have an election between those candidates, so that there's one candidate from each class, and then each candidate also has a vice member for the council. So 2 representatives from the upper classes, and that's how we have done it this year. There are other ways of doing this as well, but this is how we do it. Because it's important for everybody to have a chance to stand up for the election. So the student council is concentrated on student participation, which is also a very big emphasis on the new curriculum. The student council, I think, is only one channel to give student participation a chance, but it gives the school a ready-made structure that we can utilize when we need student input on something. For example, the rules, or the food that we want to eat in the cafeteria, or anything that we need. And I think this is something we really need for the school to be democratic. We can't be a democratic school unless the kids also get their voice heard. And it's also very effective sometimes if we want to implement new rules, that the rules come from the students themselves, instead of the teacher just saying that this is how we do it. So instead the kids themselves say that this is how we want this thing to be done. And it's also more easy for them to then follow the rules when they know that they themselves have made the rules, or at least been involved in the process of making the rules. But I think it's also important in the sense that it teaches the kids how things usually work in the world. And the student council in our school is a possibility for kids to serve others, learning to serve and be a part of a community. So, I think the most important lesson in the student council for the kids is that you have to be active to even have the chance to make a difference, but also if you really hard try something, try to make the change, you also are able to make a difference. And that's the idea of having a student council.
Siellä oli, saa käyttää tykkiä, voi tehdä jonkun hauskan jutun. En tiedä, vähän teistä itsestä kiinni, mikä se voisi olla. Voihan siellä vetää jonkun yhteisen leikin tai pelin, vaikka se teidän mahtava ponileikin, jota ei saatu nyt sinne kalenteriin. En tiedä. Mutta sitä meillä on tulevaisuus pohdiskella siinä bussimatkan aikana. Se matka sinne Helsinkiin aika pitkä. Antaako sellainen pieni kotitehtävä, että jokainen voisi miettiä.
Active citizenship requires certain skills which we can teach at school, and a good tool for that is use a thinking approach. We can use Latvian model TA, or we could use the Scottish model storyline, or we could even use the British let's think approach. And all these different thinking approaches give us tools for systematic learning for thinking skills. And they are all based on challenging tasks which offer children problem-solving methods. And with these tasks we also give the children opportunity to have more room for their creativity, which they will always need when they are trying to solve problems and find some new issues. And pupils can have their own individual aims, but working processes on thinking approach always mean that they are wandering and sharing ideas together. Solutions are then the results of these shared processes, and people, they learn to make questions and also find problems, and especially make their opinions. All these skills, when they are learning, solving problems, will give them a very good base for expressing their ideas, finding questions, problems and strategies in solving all them. These kind of skills the children need in future, which is uncertain, and they don't know which kind of situations they are going to meet in their life. But when they learn these at school with the others, they will be a lot better prepared for the future.
Lukea tämä vuorokeskustelu, jonka me sitten näyttelemme teatterin näillä keppilukeilla. Ja kolmas läksyvaihtoehto, valinnan mahdollisuus, on lukea nämä omenat. Kaikkikin voi tehdä, mutta ei voi
kello ei ole vielä 12. Nyt se tulee pialta. Ei tule.
Anttu paikalla. No, Hei, tehdään niin, että Siiri on täällä. Tehdään niin, että tehdään nämä V ja H itsekseen ja sitten voidaan tehdä niitä matikkaa ja ABC muita tehtäviä parin kanssa. Tehdään ensin.
H ja V. 5 kertaa. Oli siinä oli 2. Iso V. Mitä vitsi? Kun sä menet vaikka sitten sä menet vaikka sinne. Siiri, mitä sä teet mun pulpetille? Joo. Ja kun mä ollaan saanko mukaan kaverina? Eikö se? Niin, mut kun ei. Iitu on siellä. Iitu, kato mun tausta.
Aina. Sä saat ottaa Markin heitä. Joo, tässä on Markin.
Joo, 5. Ei kun silleen 6. 4. 8. 8, jee. 7, 14. Mitä tätä on poistaa? Haluatko?
Sen tosta vähän.
Nyt meistä ei ole valokuvajuttuja. No oma asia, mitä tässä on tekemään. Hei, sausaa. Ei Elvi ainoa kuunnella nyt aika
Rauman normaalikoulu is part of the worldwide eco-school program. In Finland it is called the Green Flag Environmental Education Program. Our goal is sustainable development in everyday schoolwork, and it's important that the students are active actors. In the Green Flag program there is a changing theme, for example energy, and we study that theme in different subjects in different way. One theme lasts about 1.5 years, and we have different actions and theme days involving that. Our themes have been, for example, saving energy, saving water, reducing waste and bio-waste, recycling, clean Baltic Sea, and Green University Garden. In this Green Flag program we have an environmental team that consists of 2 students of every class and some teachers. The team meets once a month about. Students that are in the team have been working as an energy agents, and they have checked and marked all the classrooms that have lights on even though the class was empty. After school lunch they have weighed how many kilos we produced bio-waste, so we can reduce that. And they have emptied the paper recycling bins in the class, and they do many different things. Every spring we make a trip with the team to some environmental educational place, and we gather money ourselves. Students have been selling herbs that they have planted themselves in the garden, and we have organized flea market and lottery and some other things also. The university has a garden beside school, and we use that a lot. The university garden allows students to see the relationship between the earth and their daily life. For example, kids plant, harvest and eat food from the garden. It helps them to understand where the food comes from. Entire school participate in Earth Hour so that we have 1 hour without electricity. The idea is to raise awareness to how to save energy. Small changes by individuals can have a larger impact in the world. So we try to encourage students to put their knowledge to use at home and in the community as well. So all these actions provide a strong foundation how to be an active citizen.
No ei oikein. Kyllä tänään tekoisi. Mun meni mun yksi tyyppi pilalle.
Ei se mitään, otat uudestaan vaan.
Mä vielä kerran kokeillaan.
Mistä sulle? Täällä olisi jäänyt sulle. Pitäkää käynät jalassa. Hei. Ei odoteta.
Nämä istuvat. Ja punainen.
Se on niin kaunis reissut. Herneen. Olisi nyt aika kiva kylvää ja sitten kun nämä on itänyt valkoisiin purkkeihin. Ja nyt jokaiselle vetetään hihat ylös ja kun ruvetaan hommiin, niin ei me hihat likaiseksi. Sitten joka parille, te olette nyt työpareja. Te olette nyt työpareja, niin joka parille tulee yksi purkki.
Mihin me laitetaan nämä?
Muistakaa, teitä teette yhdessä, että kumpikin saa osallistua. Ei haittaa sitten, jos vähän pöydällekin menee sitä multaa. Tehdään vaikka sillä lailla, että te otatte ensin ja sitten saa pojat toisella puolelta. Niin laitetaan tänne ruukkuun nyt sitten multaa. Melkein täyteen. Joka voi tiivistää, mutta älkää painako tosi piukkaan, koska sitten ne herneet jää siihen niinku keikkuman päälle. Joo, sitten me jaetaan noutikuvaksi noita herneitä. Jos me tehdään, annetaan jokaiselle käteen. Jokainen kylvää itse kato, kun ne tiputaan kädestä. Sitten tuo hernekeikko, jos sitä heittää.
Meillä ei ole mitään herneitä.
Oi, kyllä te saatte. Ihan kohta saatte.
Joo, niin, Leiksäkää sisäisesti siihen mullan päälle. Sitten laitetaan hiukanen enemmän. Siinä tulee lisää.
Onpa kiva, kun
Hienosti. Tulee hienon näköisiä.
ikäluokkalaisen rutiiniapua, niin mitä se onkaan sit kun on ysillä, niin ne on täällä.
Joo. Sitten minä tarvitsen ihan hiukan laittaa multaa päälle. Älkää peittäkää. Hyvä. Se vesi leviää siellä.
Niin, ja.
Muuten teillä lentää se vesi sillä siihen.
No niin, toi on hyvä kivastelta.
Hyvä.
Reunalaisen kanssa. No niin, se riittää. Hiilen
Wow.
Tiedätkö mitä? Mä näin tämmösen. Tiedetään kuun semmosen, missä on sairas banaana. Kato, tuolla on hauska. Banaana. Kato. Banaana. Elikkä sammakko. Sammakko.
Oh.
Anni banaana. Toi on banaanapuu. Ei. Missä on banaana?
It is -16 degrees Celsius outside, but here it is warm, +30 degrees. And that's nice.
Kato nää on. Baby. Baby. Siiri. Siiri. On. Kato. Samassa puukko kerran tullut tänne. Tää oli semmoinen puu, missä oli banaani. Toi on banaanapuu.
Puu on ihan pieni, nyt on uusi banaani. Syksyllä.
I've been very happy with my children in the Finnish schools. I think they can really learn in an active way. They have the same teacher for many years, and the teachers really get to know the students, and they can develop a curriculum that is good for their unique abilities and strengths. Both of my children have really enjoyed being in the school. My daughter is very active in the music program, and both of them are bilingual, and the teachers have taken that into account. So it's very flexible learning and flexible learning environment, so the kids can really be active. They offer a very versatile program: music, art, drama. There's a student government. The children can participate in the school and have a say in the school and what goes on, what happens, and how it impacts their lives. There's also this green flag program at the school, and the children learn about recycling, and they have many different kinds of opportunities to interact in the community and really have a say over their learning. My children have been very happy in the school. They have many opportunities to actively learn. They've had the same teachers for many years, so the teachers really know the children well, and they understand their needs, and they can help to teach them in a way that's appropriate for their own skills and abilities. I think that they have many learning opportunities. They're able to learn drama, music, art, cooking, and be involved in the student government all the way from kindergarten all the way up to the 9th grade. The children get the chance to be active in the school and have a say over their school environment and what happens. They can bring up ideas and make change. So the students can be very active. And it's really wonderful that they get this opportunity from such a young age. They have a wonderful music program. My daughter loves music, so she has the chance to participate in different clubs. There's a band club, and they have sewing and arts clubs, and many different things, exercise clubs. So the children can learn in a very active way that's appropriate for their own interests and needs. There's also a Vanhempainnyhdistys, which is a parents' association, and as a foreign parent, I was a little bit nervous about joining, but everyone has welcomed me, and we work together alongside the school to raise money and to provide different kinds of events for the children, so the parents can really be active and do things within the school as well. We have a great relationship with the children's teachers. It's been really nice. They're very accessible, easy to talk to, and it's been really, really nice. We can contact them at any time and discuss our child's learning. So it's been a really positive experience in the school. there's a great opportunity to be active and to learn and to have control over your learning. My children are bilingual, and the teachers have taken this into account as well. They speak English as their native language, and as they're learning, they try to take that into account. So it's been a very positive experience from my viewpoint.